solo.
And hello, welcome to Solo Playthroughs. We are going back to Atlantis with a playthrough of Mind's Liberation with Tovak. We got a chat. Guess who it is? Saget in the house. I know a lie when I see one. Tovak is ready. Nope. Yeah, that's about right. I mean, I still do consider Tovak the weakest of all the mages. Although I do think I'm going to say something nice about one of Tovak's unique cards. It's a big day, big day. I do think Cold Toughness might come in very handy in Mind's Liberation, because I think you just have more like an opportunity where you're facing a pretty nasty enemy between having to liberate all of the mines. And remember, on the core tiles, you're going to be facing a draconum. There are going to be 6 mines. We have to liberate them all in 4 rounds, which every time I come back to this, I'm like, oh yeah, right, it's only 4 rounds. This is really hard. I do think this is the hardest base setting for any of these solo scenarios. And that's cool. That's cool. I don't know. I mean, Tovak, weakest mage, hardest scenario. I don't know. It's going to be a little tough. But I do think that Tovak will shine, or has an opportunity to at least shine a wee bit more in this scenario than in some of the others. It's funny too, because I still think Tovak's the best mage to learn with. I just think he's the weakest mage to play with, and that's a very weird combination of 2 statements. But I do think when you're just learning the game, he's really straightforward. And I think you just learn the base mechanics, and then when you're ready to actually start winning some games, you're probably better off switching to Arethea for starters, Goldix if you understand the spells and the crystals, or Norwas if you really love the units. And then if you have my boy Krang, you can one Krang to rule them all. Let's go ahead and get this thing set up. So I did take out the non-base game tiles. I understand you can play the scenario with the non-base game tiles. It just gets a little wonky, so I prefer to not do that. So we're only playing with the base game tiles. And that's going to mean we need 7 countryside tiles. You're going to have to make sure that all 4 of the tiles with the mines are in the game. So there is a mine of each color. So we have the white mine, the blue mine, the green mine, and the red mine. And they're definitely going to be in our terrain stack. Now we need 3 more countryside tiles. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the remaining base game terrain tiles in my hand. I think there are 11 that come with the base game. So we're going to just take 3 off the top. I'm not going to go too crazy here. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to get one of the core tiles that has a mine. There are 3 of them. They're every color except for red, because the red mine is on the red city. Oh, how exciting. So the red city is definitely going to be in play. Am I making this up? Nope, always the red city. Right, because it has the mine. Of course, Greg, of course. And now I'm going to just roll a die for this and see which one of these we get. I rolled a 5. Again, I count bottom to top, and now I'll be good. The city, it's not dictated which of these is going to be on the bottom of the deck, so I'll just shuffle them a few times until my little brain forgets which is which, and then we'll roll a die. 4 there, and now we're going to shuffle these together. And do I want to? I'll roll a die through these. Why not? Just to make it nice and random. The way the mines come out can be super, super important. Where's the D8 when you need one? Here it is. Great. Rolling 3. I have 6 left in my hand. Yeah, this is insane. I don't know. Welcome to Beat Greg Being Insane Day, guys. It's fun! And girls, because Mage Knight is for everybody! We rolled a 3. That will go there. This goes there. This goes there. This is our terrain deck. Checking out the chat. Warlord Drake, what's up, Dursu? Hello, my man. I'm going to be here for 1 hour, more or less, to witness your misadventures. Good luck. Brian Scottick, liberate those mines. Power to the workers. Excellent. I had not thought about this scenario being a pro-union scenario until now, but it works. It works. So, excellent. I'm going to shuffle up the artifact deck. So that is over here. I'll put a stone on top of that so I don't confuse it with the wounds, which I don't think I would do anymore, but it was something I used to do. So that's when I just started putting a stone on there. I'm going to shuffle up the spells. We have my third camera up in the top right of the screen so you can track along with my hand. I think the last time I did Mind's Lib, I played with Arethia, and she like just was that no that was she did I did a dungeon lord with her where she absolutely destroyed. I'm trying to think the last time I did Mind's Lib. It's been a minute. It's definitely been a minute. So remember, when you liberate a mine, you get +1 reputation, +2 if it is a quartile mine, which would have a draconum. Every mine has a monster. Mines on the quartiles, as I just said, have a draconum. Mines on the non-quartiles have just an orc. At the start of every night or day, you get a crystal from every mine that has already been liberated, which is super helpful. And night rules apply in the mine. Blah, 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 and blah. So, excellent. We're going to put this out. So we got Flame Wall, Flame Wall, Flame Wave. We got Snowstorm. Hello! That's what I like to see. And Tremor. Tremor is not that useful in this scenario. I'm going to shuffle up the advanced actions. Alexander G says, hi there! And Warlord, and hello to you. And Warlord Drake says, Tovak needs to mine enough crystals now to face the Apocalypse Dragon next year. Yeah. No doubt, man. That'd be a crazy mashup where you just put the Apocalypse Dragon in, just put the Apocalypse Dragon in the last mine. It's like, hello, now you have 5 dragons. All right, maybe just do a 2-headed dragon. That'd be a way to increase the difficulty. Yeah, this is a scenario I've never felt the need to figure out how to tweak to make it harder. I mean, it comes in again at a pretty crazy difficulty level for sure. So I'm going to put out the advanced actions. We have Into the Heat. We have Intimidate. That's a good one. We have Agility. Into the Heat could also be helpful. The nice thing about the mines are obviously bigger than the dungeons, so your units can fit with you and they will go into battle with you in the mines. Hold on one sec. Coughing fit oncoming. And today I'm going to try something crazy and remember to turn the audio back on, which is something I forgot to do yesterday because it's bad, guys. It's bad. The struggle is real. All right, I'm shuffling up the units. We will have normal base game rules. We have 3 dice in the source. We will have 3 units in the offer. So we'll have 3 regular units to start out this adventure. We have the Utem Swordsman, the Utem Guardsman. Give me the Crossbowman! 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 Oh, Magic Familiars. I wanted the trio, the triplets, who have done their mama proud. I guess mamas, because each one of these units actually represents an entire like group. That'd be one one crazy mama to birth all those dudes. And then we have again the Magic Familiars. Magic Familiars can be recruited in a can be summoned, I should say, in a magical glade. They also do cost a mana at the time of getting them, and you will have to spend a crystal at the beginning of every day or night to keep them around because they are crystal greedy MFers. That's right. Drop the first MFers on the channel. And you were here to witness it, so we're going to put this sucker here. Let's Tovak. Well, we might have some monasteries, so I'll put that there. Put this up here. Let me shuffle Tovak skills. We'll have to get ourselves a dummy player. Again, I do have the competitive skill in here. The cooperative skill is off to the side to do the discoloration issues. Thank you, WizKids, and I will sub in the cooperative skill if I ever pull the competitive. And here is our D deck. Let me make sure I can count the 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I know somebody was worried that it was one day, the ability to count to 16 will not be something I can do. But that day is not today because we are here with Tovak about to liberate some mines. That's what I'm talking about. This is going to go here. This goes here. This will go there. We'll get our initial terrain. We are on a wedge map. So no mines to liberate on this tile. And we have a white mine. And the white mine is adjacent to that thing, the village. Again, the mines will not produce crystals until they are liberated. This tile is basically irrelevant as much as I normally like that tile because we have to go this way. Again, we have 6 things to liberate in 4 rounds. You really need to liberate something immediately on day 1. The rules of the mines: if you fail to defeat both the enemies, the undefeated enemy just stays, and then you could defeat it on the next round. I did see that. It was Magic Familiars. It doesn't really matter. I'm not doing any Mage Towers anyway. This is a keep. We'll go face down. Oh my god. There was a shock troops. I'm struggling, guys. I'm getting information everywhere that I shouldn't have. And we have this is another keep. So nice thing is going here, recruiting a unit, going to there, liberating that mine. We have our marching orders for day 1. It's super exciting. Let's get to our dummy player. To the left of me, we have Krang, Wolfhawk, Arethia, Norwas, Goldix, and Bravelar rolling a d6. I rolled a 3. It is Arethia, and I already have her deck out, so it was Kismet. Absolute Kismet, kids. We're going to put this there. Let me get some of Arethia's skills out. We'll get her little underclad Meeny there, and we'll take out her cooperative skill. It is the discoloration duo when it comes to the cooperative skills for sure. Ding. We've heard of the dynamic duo before. Well, now we have the discoloration duo, which is just as good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. All of her cards are present and accounted for. I gotta figure out where I'm putting this on the thing. Alright, Warlord Drake, I remember trying this scenario including Lost Legion enemies and tiles. It didn't end well, so I know now I need to get rid of Lost Legion content. P.S. The Manticore came up, of course. Team Manticore is stuck in a project steering call, has been for some time. Massive finger pointing going on. But I will show up and watch the whole thing later. Awesome, thank you, Saget. Enjoy your finger pointing. Don't strain yourself by finger pointing too aggressively. It is always an obvious concern. That's going to go there. This goes here. I'm going to turn these over, shuffle these around. And that's the setup. All right. Thank you, Rodney Smith. Who maybe I will get to meet this weekend at PAX because his nephew is staying with me, which is amazing. Yes, for those of you who don't know, Adam Smith is Rodney Smith's nephew, which is a very cool family connection for sure. 2 of the best in the biz. Absolutely. We're going to do this. For those of you who don't know, God, I know it was flipped over. For those of you who know, Rodney Smith is the guy from Watch It Played. He is a very cool dude. He's made several videos that I used to rely on very heavily as I learned some games. So I think I learned Scythe from Rodney Smith. I learned Seafall from Rodney Smith. Ooh, Seafall. And others. All right, this will go there. All right, let's make this happen, kids. I am going to draw up my starting hand. I did shuffle this, right? I don't remember. Well, we'll shuffle it one more time just in case. This goes here. This goes here. We have her starting crystals. Her starting crystals are 2 red and a white. And maybe I should put this... I'll put her up here. Nah, I know what I'm doing. We got it. We got to figure it out, kids. I always keep tweaking where I'm putting all the things on the screen, so it's what makes the most sense. But yeah, I think that will work. Great. So we're going to draw our opening hand. Opening hand is Cold Toughness. Speak of the devil. We have Swiftness. We have Stamina. And we have Concentration. I do need to roll the dice in the source. I rolled a red, a blue, and a gold. Remember, gold is not useful when you're inside the mine. I did forget to get Arethia's turn order token. Sorry for sniffling in your face right there. That will go here. And done. No monastery, so there's no advanced actions in the source. I have to pick my tactic. I will pick planning. That will leave great start for round 2. Do I take great start now? Bleh. Bleh and bleh. I always feel like there should be an extra die in the source and stuff in the 4-day game, but it's just not, because it's a blitz. But yeah, it doesn't actually give you the blitz rules, which is super nuts. Come on, Vlada, why do you hate us? All right, it is what it is. This is actually an interesting decision. I actually really like these cards. I mean, cold toughness. The nice thing about cold toughness, if it does take me, I got to put those out. If it does take me 2 turns to actually kill the enemies in the mine. Now the monster enemy is very deep within, so we're not going to know his exact identity, but the orc that will be on top of him, we will be able to see that. So the nice thing about cold toughness is if I can do this in 2 turns, not take wounds, and they come back. Of course, we have the ironclads. Well, that's going to be super annoying, because he's going to take 6 physical damage to defeat, which means my concentration plus swiftness combo is not great. Now, I should say I do have the Lost Legion enemies in there. I'm not going to sort that out. It's just the terrain tiles that I think would be a little wacky to include those. Man, that 6 is rough. It does make the Utham Swordsman pretty attractive, because that attacks 6. Let me take planning. Oh, I didn't get any influence. Yikes. I'm going to take great start and hopefully get an influence card, because I definitely want to recruit somebody. Yeah, great start it is. I'm going to roll for Arethia. She rolls a 2. I think both tactics come out. Let me confirm that. Oops, I just knocked that on the floor on the other side of my table because I didn't know the strength of my finger. Tactics. It doesn't say. The city is friendly. Is there tactics? It doesn't say. I'm assuming it's just going to be normal rules that this card will come out when the dummy player takes it. So again, remember the base game didn't really exactly. The idea of this was a solo game was kind of an afterthought. It's so funny, like times change so quick, right? This game was made in like 2011, I think. So the idea that you would play this solo was kind of an afterthought. So they really didn't give you good rules on how to do all of the different scenarios in a solo game. But I'm assuming that everything's just going to come out. So I'm going to get 2 more cards. Give me some influence. That's not influence. Give me some influence. That's influence. Yes. Promise for the win. Let me check the chat. I have more than a dozen of. Mike James says, I have more than a dozen, I'm assuming, games of this since I got it. Only Solo Conquest so far. Yeah, no doubt, man. Solo Conquest is where it's at. I played Solo Conquest exclusively until I beat the base game settings with all 4 of the initial heroes. Then I did it with Wolfhawk, and then I just played I played the Lost Legion scenarios, Volcara's Quest, and Volcara's Return for a long time. I just bounced back with those 3 scenarios. It wasn't really until the channel that I started exploring Mind's Liberation and Dungeon Lords, and then all the Shades of Tesla scenarios. So I think it was actually a patron challenge that was the first time I did Mind's Liberation. I think it was Dave Laporte's first patron challenge, but I could be wrong about that. But we're gonna go forward. So I am going to be second. Arethia is first. I'm glad I did a great start. And then you know what? I could always pill as the village too. And now that planning available to me in 2 rounds. So I think this should work out better. So Arethia is going to go. She gets a green. She pulls off a blue, and she's going to pull off. This is something weird about the setup. I have this camera like right in the way. And a green. She has no green crystals, so we are good there. My turn. I'm going to teleport to the gate. I'm going to play Stamina. That's going to be move 3 in there. That's fine. Stamina. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to play. Probably Power Promise. I really don't want to use concentration. I have another swiftness in here. It's just very card intensive. Pillage the village. I'll probably get another swiftness out. That could be very effective against some monsters. Alright, so I'm going to play Promise, Power with the gold from the source. Play Swiftness sideways and Crystallize sideways. That gives me Influence 6. I'm going to take the Utum Swordsman. Bam. Done. I'm going to roll this die. That was my action for the turn with interaction. I'm going to grab up to my hand limit, so I get 3 more cards. I get a March. I get a Rage. I get Tranquility. I'm going to pillage the village. I lose a reputation. I get 2 more cards. I get Instinct and Swiftness. Oh, Threaten. That's not the card of dreams. I only have 4 cards left. I still have a Rage. I still have... I still have a Rage. I still have a Swiftness. I think I still have a movement card. What card am I missing? Swiftness. Oh, a mana draw. Ah, those are good cards. Those are good cards. Maybe I just go. I do this in two attempts. I gotta liberate this mine. And I think that's going to be my entire first turn. I won't really have much of a choice. When you move onto this, it does not trigger immediate combat. It's like other adventure sites that I'm basically outside the mine, like scoping it out, being all like stealthy and ninja-like, and then we're going to go and attack it. Arethia's turn. We get a red, we get a blue, and we get a red. 2 more cards come off. It is another red and a white. So she's gone through 8 cards. She has 8 cards left. My turn. I'm going to play March. I'm going to play Threaten. We're going to have to do this in 2 turns, I think, but there's no point to not try at least eliminate one of these guys. We turn this over. It is Hydra. That's fun. So Swiftness would not have helped me anyway, because I could not have killed either of these suckers with a range attack of a 5. So I might actually use Concentration just to get myself a thing. I don't understand why Cold Toughness isn't an ice attack too. Like, there's so many problems I have with Tovak's unique cards. Yeah, there's no point in trying to hold on to this for a Swiftness, because then they both have... They're both gonna take 6 attack to defeat them, because I guess Ice Attack wouldn't have helped against Hydra, but it can really help against the Ironclad. They're both gonna need 6 points of physical attack to defeat them. So that's where the Utum Swordsman will come in. I'm going to... How many wounds am I taking here? I need to block this clown for sure. That's super annoying. So this guy is attacking with the 4. It has brutal, so that would be 8 points of damage. Again, if you don't block a brutal attack, it gets doubled before you apply the damage. And then Hydra is attacking me with 3 attacks of a 2. I'm going to definitely block this dude. There's no point not to. I will... That's Ice Block 3. Ice Block 3 is efficient against a physical attack. I'm going to use that 6. There's no green there anyway. Yeah, let's get this done. I'll worry about healing. There's no magical glade or anything. But I don't know if it makes sense to do this in 2 turns. I have a Tranquility though, but the problem is I'm thinking about burning Tranquility just to get this done now. Three wounds. Alright, we're going to do this. So I'm going to power Cold Toughness. That gives me Ice Block 5 +1/+1, because we have a defensive ability and we have an attack ability. So that's Ice Block 7. That's enough to block him. I'm going to take these 3 wounds, and then we're going to attack. I'm going to wound the Utum Swordsman. So he's going to need 2 points of healing to heal up, but he does attack 6. This is in the melee phase now. I'm going to get a red from Concentration. I'm going to power Rage, and then I'm going to use Instinct, and that's attack 6, which kills Hydra. So I got 3 wounds in my hand. I still have Tranquility, So if I can get a green there, then I could use a heal 2, which would make some sense. So I'm just going to chill and hold on to the tranquility and these 3 wounds, because I'm going to try to get greedy and hopefully get a green. The other thing too is I still think I have a green movement card, which I do, and I have mana draw. So I can basically turn, if I get mana draw, I can get 2 greens, although I'm only going to be drawing 1 card, so that's not going to be max effective. But I really need to get my Utum Swordsman back, so maybe I'll just rest next turn. I'm way ahead of Arethia, so I will have some extra turns. This goes away. These 2 are super dead. I'm going to re-roll this blue. Be a gold or a green. No, it's a blue. It's fine. These are out. Done. I get 9 points of fame, so we go from 0 up to 9. And that means I'm going to have 2 level ups, so this sucker is going to come off. I'm going to get a white crystal because the mind is liberated, and I'm ending my turn there, obviously. Oh, that's good. Getting the white there will be helpful. And then I draw 1 more card. We draw a March. Jonathan Kokoski, what's up, sir? Never played Mines, Dungeons, or Druids. Probably should try them at some point. I was gonna put Druids on the channel, and I realized it's not very good for solo. It's mostly a beat your own score thing, so I've just never played it. It just doesn't interest me at all. Warlord Drake, Greg, roll back. You cannot take the swordsman in a village. What? Oh my gosh. Why? You're right. Fine. Wow. I thought I could. Hold on. Let me figure this out now. We have to redo this. That's crazy. They look like they can. So I can use them to. All right, this will be fine. I'm not that worried about this. But it does mean that I wouldn't have. Promise. I would have held on to swiftness. All right, Dursu. What the heck was the last card I pulled then? Was it Threaten? I think it was Threaten. I think that was the last card I pulled, so that would be still on top of my deck. I didn't get any of these wounds yet. I can get their brother in the village. Why can't I get them in the village? I would have had these 7 cards. 5. I have too many cards. 5. I still have too many cards. Why do I still have many cards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I just drew this up, so that still would be here. So yeah, those are the 7 cards I would have had. I could have used that to block him. I'm still getting 3 wounds. I'll put those over here to get them out of the way. And now can I get 12 points of attack? That's going to be tougher. This was a blue, so I re-rolled a blue, so I can keep that. I can use this to get a red. I'll use this red. That's 8 points of attack. Or I can use that to get a. Oh, my bad. I can use that's 7 points of attack. I had a move in too, right? Oh, I used a card sideways to move in. How the heck did I move in? Oh, yeah, that's where I cheated. I never used the Tranquility would have had to move in. Yeah, I messed that up anyway. Because I think I didn't spend enough movement. So I totally screwed that turn up. So if I move 4, I cannot kill him. So we're going to have to do this in 2 turns. Ice block. We'll have to do this in 2 turns. Let me go back and figure this out now. So I block him that way. Maybe I can limit how many wounds I take. That'd be better. So if I block him with the Utham Guardsman, then we'll have block. I just need 6 points of attack. Honestly, blocking him is going to be easier than this friggin' Hydra crap every turn. And I have a Tranquility. So I just need 6 points of attack. I can get this red from there. I can hold on to concentration. And I will use that for attack 6. I can... Oh, man. This is super annoying. That was my movement in. This would stay over here. I still think I take 3 wounds. Yeah, I just totally forgot to move. I play real good. They're level 2, so wounding them makes no sense. And these are 2 crazy enemies, and not having a green is proving very annoying. I would not have gotten this white crystal. I would have gotten the reputation for when I defeated these things, which I did forget to take. I'll hold on to cold toughness because that block 5 will be important, and I know there's a blue in the source. When I re-roll this, I'm going to make it blue again because it was blue. Yeah, I think I just do the attack 6. I take the 3 wounds anyway. I don't want to assign any to that dude. I still have cold toughness and concentration. Oh, then I'm not going to be drawing any cards, which is a problem. So I will play Tranquility to heal 1 at the end of that battle. So I only have 2 wounds. And that makes sense. And I won't have to heal a unit now because I didn't assign a wound to a unit. So not liberated. I do get 5 fame, however, which can be helpful. Is there an elemental attack in there? There is not. But agility could definitely come in handy. So could intimidate. So 5 fame. We're out. We are going to level up. I don't get the reputation. I did not fully, or the white crystal, because I did not fully liberate the mind. This goes here. That's actually, I knew it was going to be a blue. I'm good there though, so I ended up rolling a blue anyway. So I basically moved in. I blocked the ironclad. I did not block anything from the Hydra. I ended up healing 1 at the end of battle. Thank you, Dursu. Excellent. Drawing up another card, and that would have been the threaten that, again, never came into my hand to begin with. I kept swiftness instead because I wouldn't have had the information of what I was going to roll, and I think that swiftness crystallized, the concentration combo was something I definitely would have gone for. Warlord, maybe the outcome is different. Must leave and get back to watch. Catch the rest later. Good luck. Thank you, Brian. Would definitely change things. I always wonder how many rules I miss playing solo. Dursu left happens. You could crystallize in the previous turn to get another crystal. No, because I used the white. I've always used something from the source. I wouldn't have had access to do something to get a crystal. No worries, Greg. I do it, and I'm not running streams when I do it. Left out loud. Same for sure. Says Jonathan. You should have an additional crystal by using crystallize. You use it to reach influence 6. Right, but I also used the swiftness sideways because I knew I had another swiftness in my deck. So I kept the swiftness and I got rid of the crystallize. And there was a red and blue die, so you choose. Sorry, didn't want to ruin the outcome. No, you're good. I appreciate it. All right, I'm pretty sure we're exactly where we should be. It just took us a minute to get there. Arethia's third turn is a red, a white, and a white, 1 more card. So she could go through the rest of her deck next time, although I think she's already gone through all of her white cards. She did not. So if we pull her last white, then she's going to go through the rest of her cards next turn. My turn, I'm going to rest. I'm going to use the threaten and get rid of those 3 things. Oh, I never took my advanced action. I also need to get a skill. Skills are good. Ooh, okay. So we have resistance break. Once a turn, choose an enemy token. It gets -1 armor for each resistance it has to a minimum of 1. That could be very helpful. Or we have, I don't give a damn. Once a turn, one card played sideways gives you +2 instead of +1. If it's an advanced action spell or artifact, it gets plus. Nope, I'm sorry. Who needs magic? If you do not use a die from the source this turn, it gets +3. I will probably be using a die from the source a lot. I actually think resistance break is more helpful. It's actually, especially with the ironclad, still to be defeated. I'll put this out of the game for now. Again, if I pull something where I can take a skill from the offer, I can take my own skills, so then we'll just put that back in. And as far as cards, agility, spending points of movement for attack, I think could be helpful. Plus, having the extra movement could be huge because there is going to be a lot to get around, and I'm always worried about Tovak when it comes to movement. Into the Heat again loses a lot of its luster in only a in a 4-round game. So I grabbed agility, so that would have been on top of my deck. I'm drawing up to 5 now. We get March and we get Rage. Agility immediately should pay some dividends along with this resistance break. We will add one of Arethia's skills to the offer as well. It is Dark Fire Magic. Yep, Dark Fire Magic. Get 1 red crystal plus a red or a black mana. Arethia's 4th turn. Uh-oh. Don't be the white. Oh, you're the worst. All right, so she's out of cards. She's going to declare end of round next turn. So I have 2 more turns. That's fine. I'm through most of my cards. I'm entering this silly mine again, and the Ironclad's like, oh, you're back for more. And I'm like, yeah, dude. And we're having that whole fun conversation. I'm going to use Cold Toughness to block that sucker. Again, that's effectively a Ice Block 7, which is fine. I'm going to use Resistance Break. Again, this will work against anybody except enemies with Arcane Immunity. So now I just need 4 physical attack. I'm going to play Agility. During combat this turn, I get my move points to get attack 1 for each. No, that's silly. I'll want to move to get... I'm definitely going to want to move at the end of this turn. Maybe I can explore. I can reveal what's in those keeps. So I'm just going to play Concentration. That's going to get me a red crystal, a red mana. I'm going to use that red mana for Rage 4. To attack 4 by powering Rage. Between the resistance break reducing the armor to 2, the attack 4 is enough to defeat the Ironclad. Ironclad is dead. I get 4 fame. That gets me up to 9. I get a reputation because I have successfully liberated the mine, and I will get a white crystal at the end of my turn because I'm ending now on a fully liberated mine. All right, got that worked out. We got a red, or a gold, it's like red, just very different. And we're drawing up 2 more cards. We have Swiftness and Mana Draw. Arethia, end of round. I'm like, all right, lady, whatever you say, and let's move forth. I do not have... I don't think I'm going to have enough to attack any of these clowns. I'm going to use Mana Draw that says I can use 2 dice from the source. I'm going to use March with this gold. So that's a move 4. I'm going to spend 3 of the 4 movement to go there. I establish myself there. We're going to reveal this keep. It is the Shock Troops. Do not have the 6 attack I would need to take him out. So I will then play Agility, use another die from the source thanks to Mana Draw. That's move 4. So I have 1 more point of movement plus 4 points of movement. That's a total of 5 movement. I'm going to use 2 of the 5 to go there. I have 3 movement left. We'll reveal this keep. I already knew that was Shock Troops. I forgot. So again, it happened like 5 minutes ago, guys. So I have 3 points of movement left. I'm going to explore the red mine. We have an orc in my face. So I'll put the orc down first before I establish the mine here. The orc is face up. It is the Cursed Hag. So she's got some poisony nastiness going on. And we have her being my face is interesting because it means if I was going to try to seize this keep to get extra card draw, which I may not, I would have to provoke an attack from her and have to take them both on at the same time, which is probably a bad idea. This monster is face down. The thing is, the monster face down is interesting. They actually tell you in the rulebook to offset it so you don't confuse it with a rampaging enemy, which is kind of cool. And then we have the diggers. That Vlada, he thought of everything. I have this swiftness, which I can't do anything with because I spent 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I essentially have 1 point of movement left, but there's really nothing good to do with it. I don't want to go there and provoke that attack from the cursed hag, so I'm just going to eat it. And that's it. I won't even bother re-rolling this. We're going to flip this over. We liberated 1 mine. That is good. We want to try to liberate 1 this round and then 2 the last 2 rounds. I'm going to get 1 white crystal because the miner in the white mine is so appreciative for everything I did for him and his family. We're now going to roll the 3 dice. I get a black, a gold, and a blue. That is not 50% basic. We re-roll the black and the gold. It becomes a white and a red. Bam! These are out. In. 3 more. Northern monks. Not helpful. Don't have any cities. Ooh, shock troops. I can recruit them in a city. I'm going to get my Utum Guardsmen back. Get the Utum Guardsmen back. Ooh, Guardian Golems. Man, it is a little tempting to spend an action. Action economy is so rough. But going there, getting the extra card draw. I mean, I could go this way if I don't want to take on both at the same time. Many questions. No one's showing any resistances, so resistance break isn't going to be that helpful. Let me shuffle this up. I don't know if there's an especially good card in my deck either for yeah, I don't know if the keep makes sense. I don't know if the keep makes sense. Thinking about preparation for tactics. I don't know if that makes sense, if there's a card that can really help me here. Let me see what I draw up. I still need 15 points of fame before I get a hand limit of 6. Let me cycle these into the heat added to Arethia's deck. That's not great. Gives her a 5th red card. And she's going to have a 3rd red crystal. That's a interesting 1-2 punch. No mage towers to get myself Snowstorm, which makes me a little nervous. Because not nervous, I just disappointed. I would like to get Snowstorm if I can. We'll put this here. These move down. The new advanced action of the offer is, ooh, I like that. Firebolt. Flame Wall goes away. And the next spell is Fireball. Awesome. This will go here. Checking the chat. Flip my command token. Flip your command token. Okay. Oh, yeah, this comes off. Thank you. It's like, what command token? Yes, I have another available spot for a unit. Hello, what's up, Madi? Marhaba. I just arrived and realized you didn't level up. Yeah, I just forgot to take that level. Mike was on it. Super on it. Let me draw to my hand limit, which is 5. A wound. Yes. Instinct. Concentration. Oh, give me a swiftness. I don't have greens again. I got the swiftness, but I don't have the green. The range attack 5 would be nicest to wipe that dude out. Definitely don't want to use the Utham Guardsman. The Cursed Hag should not be that difficult. Although I could just use a white, get the 3 and the 2 from Rage. I just don't have a block card. She's going to give me 3 fame and a reputation. Yeah, I really just don't want to burn up the Utham Guardsman. That wound is no bueno. Let me take... I will take preparation, give me the exact card I want. I just think it will make the beginning of my turn go a little bit better. I will take... Cold Toughness actually makes a lot of sense. It's just that block 3 right off the jump. Yeah, block 3. Let me get Cold Toughness. That's my favorite card in the game, guys. Have I told you how much I love Cold Toughness? It is excellent. We're going to roll a die for Aretha. She rolls a 5. Haha, beat you to it, sucker. She rolls a 5 again. She's really upset about this, and she rolls a 1. She's going to be first again, and I just need to really hope I do not pull more than 1 red this round. Otherwise, this could be a very short game. So, ooh, get the reds out. We got a red, we got a blue. Don't be red! It's a green. Excellent. So she has 14 cards left. My turn, I'm going to just defeat the Cursed Hag. I'm going to play Cold Toughness, block 3, so poison is negated. We don't have to worry about that. I'm going to play Swiftness. I'm going to power that with a white. I have so many white crystals. This is nuts. That's fine. Whatever. Power that with a white. And then I will use just the basic rage, and that's attack 5. We have killed the Cursed Hag. We get 3 fame. 1, 2, 3. We get 1 mutation. She's out, and now we can make our way to the mine. I rolled that. It's still white. Oh. I would give anything for a green. All right, drawing out to my hand limit, which is 5. We get Tranquility. That's a good pull, and we get Stamina. Excellent. Actually really like that pull. Aretha. Don't do it to me, Aretha. That's a green. That's a red. Oh, it's another red. That's 3 of her 5 reds. 3 more cards coming off. Blue, white, and white. So she still has 2 reds left, and that's rough. So she just went through 12 cards. She has only 5 left. Oof. No, it can't be right. It's not much. She went through 9 cards. She has 8 left. Yeah, that's more like it. My turn. I'm going to play Stamina, power with the blue. That's move 4. That gets me into here. Again, it doesn't provoke an attack. The shock troops are more than happy to stay in their fortified site. I wish I'm going to need move 3 more to get in there. Rough. And then I'm going to use Tranquility to heal 1. Heal that sucker. Roll this die. It's a blue. This comes out. Draw 3 more cards. Stamina, Promise, and Threaten. Yeesh. Not the cards of dreams, but I can get in there, and then we'll see. It's only the diggers. The diggers are pretty weenie, so we'll see what else I can pull. What did I roll? I rolled a white again, didn't I? No, I powered it with a... Did I use the blue and then roll the blue again? I must have. I think I used the blue and rolled the blue again. Someone let me know if I just forgot to actually use the die from the source. We have a white, we have a red, we have a... Oh my gosh. The last of her reds are out. So yeah, it's going to be a short round. Blue, green, blue. That's super unlucky. Wow. That, my friends, is terrible. Alright, I'm going to use Stamina, moves those 2 cards sideways to get into the mine. That's crazy. 3 cards. Swiftness. Gold. I assume you forgot more rewards. No. No, remember that level up is just... There's no rewards. You just get the... You get the canoe command token. So I had my advanced action. I got the skill from the first level up. I just didn't do it on the second. Mike James, I just didn't want to see him forget and lose out on that +1 defense, or have to roll back. This is garbage. And actually, I would have used the blue to power Stamina. So if I didn't use it last turn, I'm using it this turn. Either way, this gets re-rolled because I'm hoping for a green. It's a white. Oh my gosh. It's really bad. Alright, Aretha goes. She declares end of round next turn. I have 2 turns to do this. I think I try to do this in 2 turns. And I have 5 cards. I'm not going to see everything. There's no way because I have this stupid wound. But I'm not that scared of the diggers. So this comes out. It's a Hydra. They are both fortified. If I kill the Hydra, I level up, which could be important. Resistance break's going to be useless. If I don't block the diggers, I get 1 wound. If I don't block the, and I think I said Hydra, it's a crypt worm. If I don't block him, I get 2 wounds. So that's block 6. I have the Utham Guardsman for block 4. Counts twice against swiftness. Neither one of these are swift. So I'll block. Man, I really needed a red. Wow. I mean, I really needed the green. It's really bad. All right, I think I'm going to block the diggers. So I'm going to use instinct for... Ugh. Can I get 9 attack? Because I might just take these. If I can get 9 attack, I think I just take these 3 wounds. 4, 7, 9. That's fine. That's fine. So in the melee, in the range phase, I kill nothing. I'm going to block the diggers with the Utham Guardsman. I'm going to take 2 wounds with the Crypt Worm. Wound. In the melee phase, I'm going to use this red to get attack 4. I'm going to use one of my white crystals to get attack 7, 8, 9. I've killed both those guys. I can group them because neither one of them has physical resistance. So they are both dead. I get 7 fame. I get a reputation. The 7 fame gets me up to 19. This goes away. I re-roll that die. It's green. Now I get the green. I have a total of 5 wounds in my deck, which is... That's not my deck. That's the wound deck, which is not great. I'm going to get my reputation, get my my level up. I ended my turn on the red mine, so I get a red crystal. Motivation, yes please. This is the competitive skill. I'll sub it out with a cooperative skill. That's going to go off to the side. We'll get 1 more of Arethea skills. It is invocation. Yeah, invocation. She can discard a wound to get a red or a black mana, or discard a card to get a green or a white. That might be a really strong card for me to get later. I will definitely take some elemental attack and get a... Or I could get crushing bolt with a siege attack, but again, none of these dudes are fortified anyway. Bam, I'll take that. Oh, counterattack. Like it. That could be very strong for Tovak. We're getting another red card on the Arethea's deck, though, which is so bad. Man. I can't do it. I can't give her another friggin' red card. I'm playing the math. That's 6 red cards and 3 red crystals. Is just a recipe for me to lose very handily. So I will take Intimidate instead. So Intimidate goes there. Crushing Bolt will go away, and then maybe if I can get up to 35, maybe I'll take Invocation and just take Firebolt. We'll see what I pull off. Motivation's nice. I will have 1 more turn too, so maybe I could do some exploring. So Intimidate, Rage, Mana Draw, March. Oh, too many cards. That's it. I get Intimidate and Rage. I'm a ragey, intimidating dude. Arethea declares end of round. I have 1 more turn. I'm going to flip over Motivation. I'm going to get these 2 skills anyway, or 2 cards anyway. And I get a blue mana, which is going to be rather useless. I'm going to power March for move 4. I'm going to move 2 here. I don't think this is going to make any sense. I'm going to kind of want to wrap around and hopefully get the last the city over here, but remember, wedge map rules. I can't put a core tile on the coast, so I got to be a little careful with that. This is creeping too far up, so I'll just move this down a little bit. So I have move 4. I move 2 here. I'm going to spend 2 more to explore. 4 more of these tiles. The green mine. Oh, down in the corner. You don't say. We're going to have a monster face down here. I'm going to put the rampaging orc on the tile first. So I will have to sneak back here, although that's only move 4 to get up to that village. That's not terrible. So the rampaging orc next to me is the prowler. And the rampaging orc, the orc that's going to be in the mine is the orc summoner. So I move 2, I move 4. I think I want to kill this dude. Or I could just use cards and explore again, which is probably going to make more sense. So I got to sneak down here just to go down there and need 2 more heal when I have 5 wounds in my deck. Would just feels like a bad idea. I have 2 more wounds in here, just 1 more. Wait, I only have 3 wounds in my deck? That can't be right. Oh wait, I had 2 wounds. Right, I only had 2 wounds. I healed 1. So I got 3 last turn, I healed 1. I healed 1, got me down to 1 wound. I took 2 more wounds. That makes sense. So I only have 3 wounds in my deck, which isn't as bad. So I took 5 total and I healed 2. Just don't know if it's worth. I just have all this attack. I'm just thinking killing this prowler gets me that much closer to that green mine. If I move 2 more, I could assign the wound to the Utham swordsman, but I'm going to really want them. It's going to be a while before I get another unit, unless I siege that keep, which I just don't think I'm going to have the time. I need to liberate 2 mines next turn. Ugh, it's crazy. Just from an action efficiency standpoint, because I just don't want to have to move, attack that guy, and then move. I want to be able to move, liberate this mine, go here, recruit, and then hopefully hit the last mine here. Remember, I'm going to also have 2 countryside tiles without mines that I haven't seen yet, which is a thing. Nope. Yeah, 2, because I have 3 that have mines, 1 that doesn't, and there's 2 more in the deck that don't have any crystals. So let me move 2. I'm getting attacked 4 by that dude. I will assign it to the guardsman. That feels wrong. Yeah, I'm going to assign it to the guardsman. It's not great. Then I'm going to play Intimidate. That's attack 3. Again, the guardsmen have shield of 5, so he can absorb that entire attack 4. Intimidate gives me attack 3. I lose a reputation, but I defeat this dude. I get a reputation back and 2 fame. Before next round, I'm going to get a red and a white crystal. I'm going to roll this die. It's green. Arethier already declared end of round, so that's done. We add these 3 wounds to my deck. Hopefully I get Tranquility in my hand early and get a green crystal so I can heal up my guardsmen. The cards I didn't get were Agility and Crystallize. This flips. Madi retracted his message, which is good. Or not good. I mean, I don't know, Madi. I always care what you have to say. So, I didn't mean it that way. That's good. Thank God he retracted this message. I didn't want to hear from him anyway. All right. No, I'm assuming it was just a self-correction about the rewards and stuff. Yeah, it's weird. Level 3, you don't get anything. Level 2 and level 4, you don't really get anything. You just flip over one of these tokens. I am 3 points of fame away from getting 6 cards in my deck, which will be absolutely vital. Remember, I do still have planning available to me, so that will absolutely be my card of choice. Arethia bull rushing me that round was not great. Because one more turn, I could have taken my time, explored there. I would have had the agility card. I could have taken that dude out without having to wound my guardsman. So like it really just put me in a kind of a bad pickle. Look at me, this is me in a pickle. All right, that is good. We're gonna get rid of these units. Let's get 3 more units. Something I can recruit in a village, please. Hey, another Utum guardsman. Utum swordsman. Now, if you didn't know, Utum swordsman cannot be recruited in a village, guys. I know. Newsflash. We're gonna roll that. I haven't recruited them in a long time. Oh, green, black. The black kind of sucks, but I'll take the 2 greens. Because again, I'm loaded up on reds and whites right now. Thanks to the very grateful miners. We're going to add a green card to Arethia's deck, a blue crystal to her inventory. These will come down. Again, red, so that's a problem. Power of crystals. These go down. And whirlwind. Shuffling these up. I'm definitely taking planning. I really don't care what my hand is. I also have the motivation skill, which could be nice. This comes away. Alright, Aretha's deck is shuffled. This goes up. And let's make the magic happen. Drawing to my, oh, yep, that's there. Drawing to my hand limit, which is still 5. Instinct, wound, march, swiftness, and intimidate. Yay. Move. Tovak has that move skill, which would have been very nice to get early. Would have really helped this scenario. Some magical glade up there. Alright, preparation for the win. No, planning for the win. Rolling a die for Arethia. Please roll a 6. That's a 2. She already took 2. 6! That's a 3. Yikes. Alright, planning's in play. Arethia's going first again. This is not good. She's pulling out green. Be a red. Yes. Alright, don't be a red. It's a white. Only 1 more. Excellent. So she went through 4 of her 18 cards. She has 14 cards left, and she pulled off 2 reds in the process. So she only has 3 red cards left. Have the white. The fact that she went first again, I'm like wondering if I should use motivation. Even if I take some wounds. Planning hasn't had a chance to trigger though. Just trying to be realistic how many turns I have here. Because the reality is if I don't liberate 2 minds this turn, like I'm gonna have to liberate 3 in the last turn. I just don't see how. This placement was super bad. Like really bad. What I wanted was a non-mind tile, and then that goes there. Or there. It's just having to go backwards is like never a good idea. Alright. Move 4. I'll get it to here. End my turn. I'm rolling that die. It's a blue. Planning triggers. I'm going to draw 2 cards. We get a promise, which is garbage, and another swiftness, which I don't mind. And then I'm going to use motivation on Arethia's turn. I'm going to get a blue mana for my next turn and 2 more cards. It's threaten. Oh, I get 2 influence cards when I just don't need them, and a march. And I didn't get tranquility. Yeah, it's not great. But we'll make it work, I think. Arethia gets a blue, gets a white. Don't be a red! Oh, dear God. It's 3 times she's pulled a red in the last 2 rounds. So we get a red, a white, and a blue. She has 1 more red in her deck. So she went through 9 cards right off the bat again. She went to 10 cards off the bat. She has 8 left. I'm going to enter because I have to. It's a Manticore. Ugh, and my guardsmen are still injured because I didn't get tranquility. That's rough. Alright. I'm going to play Swiftness, range attack 3, Swiftness, range attack 3, killing the Manticore before it can attack me. I would have rather killed the Summoner because you just never know what he's pulling. But obviously, the 8 wounds I would have gotten for the Manticore were kind of a non-starter. I'm now going to attack that was the range attack phase. In the block phase, the Orc Summoner is pulling a random monster for the attack purposes. Oh, it's a werewolf. I'm not blocking the werewolf. I get 3 wounds. The werewolf again has attack 7 with swiftness, so that was rough. And now I just need 4 attack to kill this dude. I'm going to play Instinct Power with a red. That's attack 4. The summoner is also dead. So these crystals were used. I'm going to get a bunch of fame. I get 9 fame. I go from 21 up to 30. I get another thing off, so I have 6 cards in my card draw now. This blue ended up being rather useless. End of my turns, I ended on a green mine that is now liberated. I get a green crystal. I also get +1 reputation because I liberated the green mine. I can draw a 6 +1 because of planning. I'm maxed out. Obviously, I will be dumping some cards next turn. And maybe I could use influence for points of healing. We'll see how I want to pull it off. I think I'm just going to drop everything because when I get tranquility, I'm going to be healing my guardsmen anyway. So we'll see. Arethia's third turn is a white. It's a green. It's a green. So she slowed her roll a little bit. She still has 1 red card in there. If she doesn't pull it, I will get an extra turn, which could be super important. My turn. I'm going to I'm out of whites. I still have wounds in there too. Yikes. I still have wounds in there. Question is, do I move and recruit and then rest, or do I rest now? That would give me a chance to pillage. I think I move and then rest next turn. So I'm going to use this green, move 4, gets me here. I'm going to power threaten with this red, that's influence 5. This promise gets me influence 6, 7. I want to keep intimidate because I'm still holding out. It's not happening. Do I just get influence 8? I think I just get all the influence I can. I'm going to power this. That's influence 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, minus 2 reputation at the end of my turn. So it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm going to lose 2 reputation at the end of my turn, but I have 13 influence to spend. I'm going to spend 5 on this. So I have 8 more influence left to spend. Now I'm in a village, and when you're in a village, healing costs you 3 points each. I'm going to heal 2 from my hand. 13. Do I take the scouts? Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to take the scouts. That gives me 9 more, and I can heal 3 from my hand. I think that's too good. And then I don't have to worry about taking a turn to rest, and I could use Tranquility to heal up the guardsmen. And I could pillage the next 2 turns. Yeah, I like it. I don't love it, but it's very turn efficient. So that will do. I'm going to re-roll this green. I'm going to pillage the village at the end of my turn. So I'm drawing up to, oh, I don't have, planning's not going to trigger. So I'm just going to draw up to 6. And then I'm going to draw 2 more. So I'm going to draw up to 8 cards. So cold toughness, agility, concentration, my second wound in my hand. That's the last wound in my deck, I think. So that's 5 cards. 6 is tranquility, 7 is rage, and 8 is crystallize. Arethia's turn. Blue, it's going to be the grid. Oh, dear God. That's just super unlucky. Oh, that's really unlucky. Bam. So I have 2 more turns. That's garbage. It's really bad. That is terrible. I'm frustrated. Well, I'm going to spend 2. I'm going to use this green on tranquility to heal the guardsman. That's so bad. This is such an unlucky way that her deck fell. Alright, I'm going to use the move 2. I'm going to spend that. I can reveal a new tile at a distance of 2 instead of 1. So I'm going to actually use that ability to reveal this here. It is not the last mine. We have a rampaging orc over here. Still in the movement phase. I'm going to get a white from that. I'm going to use agility for move 4. I'm going to spend 2 points of movement to put the last, I still got 2 more, put a countryside tile here. It is the last mine. That's still on the board. It's a monastery, so we get an advanced action in the unit offer. I'm going to put a die there, indicate there's 1. So I have 1 more countryside tile and then 2 more core tiles, both of which have a mine. This is face up. It is the Wolf Riders. It's going to be a monster. The problem is I'm just not going to have the movement. Maybe. This guy goes down. This monster is going to go face up. or this orc's gonna go face up. It is the skirmishers. I think I was confused the prowlers and the skirmishers. It's like the centaur and the manticore and all these goodies. This is the tracker. My bad. There's the tracker, the skirmishers, and the prowlers. I actually got the prowlers right this time. Excellent. So remember, the trackers have elusive. They are my Cthulhu Panda enemies. I have 2 more points of movement. I'm going to use cold toughness sideways to get that point of movement there. Remember, I used move 2 with the scouts to put that out. I moved move 4 to explore, and then between that and cold toughness sideways, I get there. And now I'm going to use crystallize. I'm going to power it with a blue to get a crystal of any color I want. I will get myself a red. That's the end of my turn. I'm going to roll this. That's a blue or a red. It's like blue. It's just different. And now I'm going to draw to my hand limit, which is 6 planning triggers. So I can draw 7. I already have 3 cards in my hand, so I just get 4 more cards. So I have 1 card I didn't use. Oh, I had another wound on my deck? Really? Okay, great. Mana draw, stamina, rage, stamina. Maybe I kill the wolf riders. Or do I try to liberate this mine? Man. I'm gonna have 8 attack. I just don't think that's enough. That is another hills. Aretha declares end of round. Planning can go away. I'm gonna move 4. Actually, mana draw is not helping me at all. I'm gonna move. Well, it doesn't really matter. It's the same thing. So move 4 gets me on top of this mine. The question is, if I attack the tracker and the other one, so block 4 would be fine. Then I would only need 3 attack because it is elusive. I can get the 3 attack, but then I would need to kill the other. That other monster needs to be something I can kill in 5 attack. That's not going to like paralyze me or anything. And that just seems unlikely. Maybe 6 attack. Trying to think the monsters. There are some monsters that are good, but if it's Medusa, screwed unless I disband the Youth of Guardsmen. Which would just basically leave me super weak for the rest of this. And I'm going to have to block the trackers too, because that's the only way I'm going to have a chance to kill both of them. Yeah, I can get attack 9. 3 will go to them. If it's something with the resistance, that's super bad, because then I'm not going to be able to do things efficiently. I just don't see it. It's not a fortified site, so I can't bring this dude in on that. So I think I just play it safe. I think I kill the Wolf Rider. Yeah, so I'm going to attack the Wolf Rider from an adjacent spot. I'm going to use the Guardsman to fully block them, and now I just need attack 4. Bam. Wolf Rider dead. 3 fame. 1, 2, 3. +1 reputation. Yeah, getting that other level up. I'm putting a red in Arethia's deck either way. It is what it is. So I got to liberate 3 mines and explore 3 tiles, and yeah, I don't see how this works for sure. wound. So I have 3 wounds total in my deck. Guess that makes some sense. Guardsmen are back. We never got to an elite unit. I'm just not going to have the attack. I mean, a minimum I have to kill 6 enemies this round, right? And that's if everything goes perfectly into place. I'm probably burning the guardsmen up right off the bat to help me liberate this first mine. I will get a green, a white, and a red to start the game. Yeah, this scenario is nuts, man. Super nuts. Green, a white, and a red. The miners are so happy. They give me a little Italy flag. We get the foresters, we get the thugs, and we get the foresters. Rerolling these 3 dice. A black, a green, and a blue. I never had a good opportunity to take out a maid's tower, which is rough. Just kind of been barely getting by every step of the way. Arethia just blowing through her deck has absolutely changed how I've had to play this game too in a way that's not great. We get another green and the Arethia source. These come down. This comes off. It is regeneration. And underground travel. Oh, this has to get shuffled in my deck too. I'm going to have to take sparing power, although, I mean, it gives Arethia another turn. Long Night actually might make more sense. Guarantee I go first. Maybe get lucky and get some cards back in my hand that I'm going to need. Lets me recycle some attack cards. I think it's like a Hail Mary play, but it has some logic behind it. I don't think sparing power is going to be all that helpful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 cards for Arethia, 6 of which are red. Reset this. Counterattack could be good. Regeneration could be good. It will give me the guardsman back. Alright, I'm taking Long Night. So that does mean I go first, finally, for the first time all game, kids. Drawing to my hand, I'm at 6. Intimidate could be useful. Tranquility. Mana draw. Stamina. Wound. Give me another wound. Nah. I demand a rematch if your time allows. Says Warlord. Agree. Burn the Bardasarian. Restart. Burn it for glory. And Johan. Hello, everyone. Hello. That's not the craziest idea. I do have things coming. I have friends coming over at 3. I gotta go to the store. I don't know. Maybe. I'll give you a definite maybe. I feel sad. I'll clear out some emails while I think about my life choices here. Yeah, it's my turn. I have no time, so let's make this happen. Well, oh, it would have been, yeah, that would not have worked. I could have reduced it. Yeah, I would not have been able to defeat both of them last turn, so I feel better about what I did. I have no elemental attack, and that's just not good. That's gonna have to do. Great, so block 4. This guy's doing 5. I have no ranged attack. I think I take the and again, I have Long Night, so blowing through some things isn't a terrible idea. Instinct gives me block 4. Alright, I'll play Instinct for block 4. I need the move. Mana draw has just been garbage this rank game, so that's block 5. So I blocked both of them. And now I need resistance break means I need 6 points of physical attack for the gargoyle, and I need 3 points of physical attack for the tracker. I cannot have the streams cross. I can power this for attack 7 to kill the gargoyle. And now I need 3 points of attack. Oof. I mean, it is what it is. Siege attack 1 from the scouts, and then these 2 cards sideways. I mean, it's nuts, but I don't want to take any wounds. It will have to do. So that's 2 more points of attack. So siege attack 1 plus those 2 points of attack, that's enough to kill the tracker. Resistance break comes back. I have liberated the mind. I get +1 reputation, but I lose 2 reputation because intimidate. So 1, 2. So that netted me -1. I'm going to get a blue crystal because I ended my turn on this mine, and I'm going to get 3 + 4, 7 fame. I go from 33 up to 40. That is a level up. These are out. Again, I'm playing my cards partially very aggressively because of a long night, partially because I just have to get stuff done. And if I can avoid a turn of resting, that'd be great. I'm going to take a look at my next 2 skills. No, those are Arethia's. I don't hate Arethia's skill. And I kind of like counterattack. Regeneration's interesting because of being able to get those back. That movement 1 a turn could be helpful. But I think being able to cycle, get that stupid red out of my deck. Get that stupid wound out of my... Again, I only have 2 wounds. Get rid of them, or 3 wounds. Alright, I'm going to take Arethia's skill, Invocation, and we'll take counterattack. I'm just going to put that in my hand because I know I'm drawing it. And now I draw up to 6. So 4 more. Promise. Stamina. I can't recruit any of these guys at a monastery, which is unfortunate. Agility. And Threaten. Arethia's turn 1. It's a blue. It's a white. It's a green. There's 1 green in her inventory, so 1 more card. So green. So 6 red cards in her deck, and out of 15, and she hasn't pulled any. Yeah, so 6 out of 15 of these cards are red. How do you like my chances? Super bad. Super bad. All right. I need to explore. I can put a countryside tile here because it's adjacent to a tile that's adjacent to 2, and then I can put the first core tile there, and then hope the city's here. Or I go across countryside, but then that's a lot of movement. I don't think I'm going to have that movement. I think I'm going to have to get hope. Core tile city. It's kind of still an approach from the side. I'm trying to wrap around it. I mean, it's so much forest. Like, that's going to be really hard. Yeah, I think I just hope I get lucky. Alright, we're going to do move 4. These are reds. Oh, man. I can get points of healing. That'd be good. Oh, I never replaced this. So this would have actually gone here. And then this would have come into the... No. That just came out. Regeneration would have gone here. Swift Bolt would have come here, and then another card would have come here. Because I always fill this before I fill that. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, move 4. I'm going to discard this wound with invocation to get a red mana. I'm going to use that red mana to power threaten. And I'll do promise, that's influence 7, and I'll take regeneration. I think that's absolutely right, because I'm trying to... The regeneration came at the top, and then moved down. The Swift Bolt came out. Yeah, this should have been in there. And now I'm going to take regeneration, which I like, because now I can ready a unit. I'm not going to burn down the monastery. Just holding out the tiniest bit of hope here. Would I have wanted to move more with the agility and that move 2? No, because I knew I was going to interact there, and I want to make sure every piece of movement counts. What sleeves am I using? That's a good question. I think these are the Dragon Shields? Ultra Pro. These are Ultra Pros. They have a little dot in the bottom. Mike J's life, you must do errands. Greg, Mage Knight. Life, you must do errands. Greg, Mage Knight playthroughs. Me, life can wait. Did refresh? I did not. Yeah, thanks, Marty. I caught it. I got there. Just very late. I already lost that reputation. I'm pretty sure. Did I lose a reputation? I don't think so. We'll go down. No, yeah, because I got it. I got 1. I lost 2. I got 1. I think I got 1. I lost 2. I got 1. I think I go there now. But if I was supposed to be 1 back, someone can let me know. But because I just lost another reputation because I threatened. I could do this healing effect now. Nah, I will. To get these guys back. I mean, even getting the scouts back makes a little bit of sense. But I'll draw 3. It's rage, a wound, and cold toughness. Rolling this die. It's black. Oh, and I have no spells, so the black on the offer is garbage. Alright, green. It's gonna be a freaking red. Oh, another one. Wow, we've seen no reds. 11 cards left, 6 of which are red. How do you like them apples? How do you like them apples? I have no movement except for the 1. That's bad. Alright, I'm gonna spend this white to get move 4. So I'm gonna put this out. It is the core tile. There is the last countryside tile. It has a ruins. Where are my ruins? Those are cities. There's ruins. There's an orc in there. A bunch of swamp. Ruins are face down because it's night. Here's an orc. It's face up because they're so ugly they want everyone to see. It's a wolf rider. Now we're getting a core tile. Don't be the city. It's the city. Yeah, it seems like that's game over. Ah, man, that movement to get around it too is just so brutal. So we have monster enemy there. We're gonna have 3 dragons. I'm gonna put the 1 in my face first. It is the storm dragon. Ah, so much attack. One over here is the ice dragon, which I kind of actually would rather do my face. And then a 1 ruins over here face down. is, we'll figure it out. We get this, put a shield on it. And we need to get another dragon face up on top of the mine. It is the lava dragon. Alright, I'm going to heal 1, ready a level 2 unit. I'm going to try to kill this Storm Dragon. I'm going to use the Utum Guardsman. It's block 4. Now it's block 16. I'm just going to get these shock troops off the board. Block 16 to block this guy because he has ice. 16 physical block to block this guy because he has ice resistance, plus he has swiftness. This is a total of 8 of that 16. I need 8 more points of block effectively, and it's either ice or physical. If I had fire block, it'd be efficient, and the math would be different, but I'm going to use cold toughness to get me block 5, plus 1 because of physical resistance, ice resistance, plus 1 because of the color of attack, plus 1 because of swiftness, plus 1 because of elusive. Ah, crap, it's immune to that. Nope. It's immune to the non-block, non-attack effects. This is a block effect. Which then raises the question why this doesn't work against the enemy with arcane immunity. I'll save that speech for another day. That is totally effective against this jerk. So that's ice block 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus the guardsman. That counts twice. So that's effectively 17 physical block. I have officially blocked that dude. So now it's only going to be 7 points of attack needed. I can use the resistance breaker. So now it's only 6 points of attack needed. And I will use... I would have, instead of healing this wound, I would have discarded the wound with invocation to get a red, and now I can power counterattack, and that's enough to kill that dude. So again, resistance break didn't even come in handy at all. That's 2 reputation, 7 fame, gets me up to 47. Of course, why would I want to get to 48? These go here, here, and done. Now it's going to be, if I get close to there, I get +1 card draw because it's a friendly city, and I have a shield on it, so that will indeed help. Did not level up. It's only going to be 4 armor instead of 3. It's not that level is probably the most disappointing level of all of them, but that should work. And now I'm going to draw up to my hand limit, which is 6. March, concentration, March, rage, and a wound. Alright, Arethia's turn. That's 1 of her 6 reds. That's 2 of her 6 reds. Oh, the deck is richer in non-reds than reds. No! 3 of her 6 reds, 3 more cards, 4 of her 6 reds, a white, and 5 of her 6 reds. So she has only 5 cards left. 1 of these 5 cards would mean game end after 2 more turns from me. The other will give me a 3rd turn. I'm about to trigger Long Night. I need 9 points of move to get into the thing. The thing. Alright, this is going to be 6. Yeah, I'm going to use concentration plus March. That's move 6. And then I'll use this green. That's move 10. That gets me here. And move 11, I could just put out the last tile. No, that's probably silly. I have no more crystals, because of course I don't. My hand limit is going to be 7. That's going to trigger Long Night. And I still have this motivation skill, which I never used. Awesome. So if that's the case, well, I want that blue mana. So yeah, not a thing. I roll that. It's white. I'm going to draw to my hand limit, which is 6 + 1. Long Night triggers. So I'm going to take my discard pile, shuffle it up. Put 3 cards in my draw deck. One, two, three. And then I draw 1 more to complete my hand draw, which is 7. It's a stamina. Arethia's turn. It's a red, so we should be good. White, 1 more. So I have 3 turns left. We're going to go into this mine. We have a cryptworm and a lava dragon. I might as well use this too. So I get 2 more cards. All the cards on my deck are in my hand. Tranquility and Instinct, not the greatest. And I get a blue mana, which is kind of useless. So I'm here. Take a moral victory just for defeating this dude. I'm going to wound the guardsman. So range attack phase, nothing. This guy is fortified. So we're doing 5 points of damage to the guardsman because of poison. It's going to get 10 points of damage. So I did not block the swamp dragon. That was just because of poison. It's going to get a second wound. You wound it once, you wound it again. The crypt worm is going to have 6 points of attack. Wounds in my hand aren't going to matter anymore because I'm not drawing cards anyway. But I will just assign the 2 there. Actually, I'll just take them all in my hand in case there's a knockout thing that matters later. I'll just take all these cards off of here because this is the rest of the cards in my hand. So now I need 15 points of attack, which is bananas. I could discard a wound to get a red. That's a special effect, can be done at any time. So I'll discard 1 wound. We get a red mana thanks to invocation. That is 4. I'm going to power crystallize with this blue mana I got from motivation to get a red. Power this rage. That's 4. I have this white. That's 11 total. Just absolutely out of mana, just everywhere. So that's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I killed both of these guys. That is a total of 12 fame. I go from 47 to 59. We get a level up, 2 reputation bump. Roll that die. It's a red. And that is that. I have 1 card left on my deck. Not even close, kids. Just did not. I needed a mage tower early. I needed something along the line that would have given me a very, very strong attack card or a very, very strong unit. It just never really came together. Tovak's or Arethia's turn. She's declaring end around Lex's turn. My turn. I'll put this out just to put the last thing on the board. Woof. We were very far away because I had a mage tower in front of me, a dragon, and then somehow getting up to that green. That's that just wasn't happening. It's almost like you need a strong movement card. If you get Wings of Wind or something, like I need to have, because even this looks better, right? If I had the movement and the time, which again Arethia was going at such a brisk pace, I could put this here. I still have to take out the city here. That's rough though. I still like this is a better approach. But to get there, I would have had to go into the city, back over here, kill this orc, then come here, then I could explore. I mean, the action economy is really rough. I almost wonder. You explore there. You move across this, but again, it's so much jungle and swamp. You explore this here. That's a nice shot into there. But then I'm still putting this there, and you're... Yeah, I just didn't have the movement. No artifacts, no spells. My deck was not strong enough. Advanced action, my skills weren't strong enough. My advanced actions weren't strong enough. It was just kind of a bunch of just muddling through to get 5 mines for sure. Aretha is vicious. The scenario seems to amplify the effect of few returns to rough fund. Oh yeah. You have 4 days. I mean, you find that in Blitz too. Like any of the blitzes, when you got 4 days, you're very much at the mercy of an overactive, um, dummy player. I think it's the funny thing about Minds Live, and Dungeon Lords is I feel like Dungeon Lords would be better if it was maybe like a half a round shorter, which how the heck do you do that? They give you 5 rounds of Dungeon Lords. And I feel like Minds Live would be better if it was a half a round longer. But again, you can't do that. If you give me 5 rounds, 6 mines in 5 rounds is not a challenge. If you give me 4 rounds, it is so brutally quick. The good thing with Dungeon Lords is you can scale it easier, but you can say, hey, and this was from Saget, who's like, add another tile, right? And I forget how I did that, but I know the last time I played Dungeon Lords, I added another tile. I ended up with another dungeon, right? And it's a pretty, it's a better, it's a easier to, you can just keep scaling that challenge to make it harder. This is really hard to tweak just by the mechanics of the game, but it's a brutally hard challenge, and I really do like it for what it is. I think with Tovak, if my skills come out a little different, right? If I get this movement skill early instead of this break skill, which worked out great for like a turn, and then it was like maybe I used it once more the rest of the game. That movement skill early is really nice because it gets you around the board so well. When I play Solar Conquest, in a way, I would prefer that over motivation, and I freaking love motivation. But if I got those two right off the jump, I think I'm taking that movement skill, especially in a blitz where movement's of such prime importance. But you're giving me 2 points of movement every turn. That's just an incredible advantage. I don't. That wound management skill would have been fine. I wouldn't have had to take Arethias, but again, the Arethias came in huge, giving me all those reds just to at least be like competitive. The fact that I was able to liberate 5 mines was good. Oh, I would have gotten a red crystal for liberating a mine. Don't forget. Getting the cold swordsmanship could have been good just to get some elemental attack, considering I kept running into enemies. My enemy pull was not good. I mean, the second one was fine, but I just kept pulling like tricky enemies that just were negating my ability to do things. I wasn't able to ever combo concentration and swiftness, so I never took out an enemy easily with a ranged attack. The one time I had my 2 swiftnesses, I did, but it was very mana intensive. I used my 2 whites, and I took out the mana core, but then I was left with, an orc summoner, and I pulled the the werewolf, and he gave me 3 wounds. So that didn't work out very well. You see the werewolf, and now you just have a concentration with swiftness. Werewolf's dead. Who cares about blocking that 7? That's 7 attack with swiftness. But I do not think it's in the cards, literally or figuratively, to do this again. How long was the stream? Yeah, 2 hours. I have to get over to... I gotta go to the store. I got friends coming at 3. I gotta build a deck for the Arkham campaign. So I think I'm gonna call this. Maybe I'll just do what I did with Volcaire's quest on Legendary. I'll keep bouncing back to this. I'll take another. I'll see who I've done this with before, and I'll take another shot at it with a stronger, a stronger mage. Tovak. I do think Cold Toughness is a much better card in this scenario, but it just has its limitations. Again, my biggest complaint with Cold Toughness is not that it's awesome, not that it's not awesome in theory, but often it is just as good as a determination, right? Granted, it was a big reason why I could kill that storm dragon, so it has its usefulness, but I just I prefer I would prefer mana pull. There's just so many of the unique cards that I think are just much stronger more often. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, the offer wasn't especially good for me in the village. I mean, the scouts, it's fine. It's a nice little ability. That would be the first time I ever used that ability to scout 2, because it's like, hey, move 2, and now I can reveal that tile, put the blue there. You really need these 2 in the corners. Like, I really wanted, if your opening setup is something like this, and then I could get this here. If you just think about like how many turns I spent just moving, right? This is a much better setup for the mines. Like if the terrain comes out like this, because now everything's a lot more like linear. You're just like, oh, green mine, white mine, red mine, blue mine. Instead, I went white mine, red mine, green mine. Like I was backtracking and moving across the map in a very weird way. It blew mine. It's like this is a lot more of a natural flow to get you where you want to go. So how those terrain tiles come out is going to be really important. I mean, even better. I mean, if you get this as your opening 2 tiles, it's just like everything's right there, right contained. You're right next to a village. You got another village. You got a natural keep. You got an orc. I mean, you got a magical glade to get some healing. I didn't get a single point of healing from a magical glade the entire game. And I still only ended up with like 3 wounds in my deck, but there was a lot of wound management going on. So yeah, it's just a tough challenge, man. You need a lot of things to come together for sure. But I really like it for that reason. And it's 4 rounds. It's quick. You can get it done in 2 hours when you have the flow of the game down. Madi, but the monastery at least before you go, draw 6 random and burn it. Wait. If I had done the monastery, oh, Boa Stars. Oh, the mysterious box. What a garbage card, dude. It's so bad. Boa Stars though could have been useful. No, we're not burning a monastery. I mean, I'll tell you who would I have pulled. We'll see. It's all different. But my first Mage Tower garrison of the day. Oh, the fire mages. That'd have been easy. Hold on, I'm about to sneeze. All right, Jonathan. Wait, Naughty. Otherwise, you'll always have a bad conscience and will haunt you forever. Nah, I'm good. Jonathan, later. I'll see you next time. Yes, sir. Thanks for stopping in. Always good to see you. We'll be back on Thursday. I still don't know what I'm doing Thursday. I probably do Battle Crest. I'm still learning some of the ins and outs of this one. So this is a button shy game. This is both the base game and the expansion. For those who don't know, button shy does 18 decks, decks of cards of 18, and they just make games out of them, and it's pretty cool. So this is 36 cards in here plus the rules and a couple of like Atoma sheets. It's There's a lot I really like. I'm very impressed by the design. I do think, and I saw a comment on BGG where if they had just gone away from their normal shtick of the 18 cards and they actually made this into a small box skirmish game, that might have been better. Like actually having a real rule book instead of 4. I mean, I have 4 of these little guides, and it just makes it really hard to learn. There's not a lot of diagrams. There's like no, so it's like for what it is, this game has been way too hard to learn, and that always is something that annoys me as someone who has to learn a lot of games, because I'm just like, oh man, like I don't want to be spending the time it takes to really learn this game. But the actual, once you get past that, the mechanics it's very impressive again for 18 cards. But if I feel like I have enough of a handle of this, then I'll just put this on Thursday, and I'll probably run it back and do 2 or 3 because they're really quick, like skirmish battles. And I still haven't beat it on the hard mode. But a lot of like some interesting decisions. The terrain plays very cool. So this is probably what I'm leaning toward on Thursday because I know it will be quick, and then we'll be back next week. Probably Tuesday. I'm gonna have a Spirit Island sometime next week, and then I'm just not sure how I'm gonna fill out the rest of the week. Things are just really nutty right now with scheduling as we get deeper into the holiday season and Mrs. playthroughs, and I have a whole bunch going on. So look out for Battlecrest on Thursday. Probably, I think I was gonna originally do horror, but I just don't see I don't think I'm gonna have the time to get Champions of Horror on the table in the next 2 days. I think I have a better shot of getting my head officially wrapped around Battlecrest, getting that on the channel. I do need to do a new public post. I'll get that up in the next couple of days. And then again, I'm out all weekend with PAX, which is going to be super awesome. So that's that. Unfortunately, Tovak was not up to the challenge, but we gave it a good run. We got you get 5 mines out of the way. I think that's feels like a little bit like a win. I do wonder. I mean, part of me is like, is it better to get a core tile out, maybe get an opportunity to recruit someone in the city? I mean, the red city, what are the bonuses there? The red city, you can spend 12 influence for an artifact. That's probably not worth it. Yeah, I just don't think you have the time. This is just a nutty scenario, but we're going to conquer it. One day, we're coming back. Mine's Lib. We'll see you in 2 weeks. For all of you Mage Knight, junkies out there like me, we'll come back to a Mind Slip in 2 weeks. I think I'm going to stick with this until we find a way to beat it again live. That'll be super fun. Any questions, comments, epiphanies, put them in the comment section below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And other than that, thanks for joining me. And until next time, happy gaming.
Son.